Hello, thank you for joining me today. It's Sunday morning and it is freezing cold in Melbourne and we're in lockdown again, so good excuse to do some crafting. My name is Tracy Held, I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and this is my normal Sunday stamping. So this is the card that we're going to do today. It's very cute. I saw something similar done by an American demonstrator named Sue Moore, and I've been wanting to do a slimline card, so I had to try this. And of course, um, this is the Snail Mail suite, and that's going to be retiring at the end of June with the new mini catalogue. So if you want it, you need to get that order in as soon as you can, because once it's sold out and you won't be able to get it again. So let me show you the stamp set that I'm using here is the Snailed It stamp set. So lots of really cute images. You've got mail, the different snails and some mushrooms. If you're getting the suite, you've got the coordinating DSP. Now, I'm not using any of the DSP in this card, but I wanted to show you some of that DSP has got the snail images on it, and the dies will actually coordinate and cut out the snails. Okay, so you've got one die that matches that little snail with the letter on its back, and there's another die that matches the snail here. If you want this big one, that you've got a fussy cut. So I'm using some of the dies in this card as well. We're using the snail, I'm using the little bubble, and of course the envelope. So just to show you, this envelope die is really easy. It cuts out the envelope like that, and then all that you need to do is fold it up and all that I do is put a glue dot, which has disappeared at the moment, so I just put a glue dot over there and it sticks closed. So all it needs is the one glue dot and it will stay closed. If you don't have a glue dot on hand, a tiny dot of glue will do with us. So there we go. I see I've got Susan online from Florida in the USA. It's Saturday afternoon your time there. So isn't this a great bundle to play with? It is so cute. Alright, so to make the slimline card, we've got different measurements to what we usually do. So my base card is going to be 20 centimeters by 21 centimeters. If you're using inches, that's going to be 7 inches by 8.5 inches. And just making sure that I've got it the right way when I fold it. Okay, we're going to fold it in the middle like that. Now, this will fit into the standard, in Australia, they're DL envelopes, so it's the sort of long envelopes, and it will fit into one of those. If you're really energetic, you can go and you can make your own envelope, but I'm going to just use the standard envelope. Then my DSP, I'm using the Playful Patterns DSP, I think it's called. That's the host set DSP, so I'm using this one. Lots of exciting patterns in that one, and that one you can only get with hostess dollars. Then for my front panel, I've cut that a bit smaller than I usually would because I wanted to have a bit more of the DSP peeping through. So that is 8.5 by 19.5 centimeters. If we're in inches, sorry, your DSP would be, oops, I've got the wrong measurements here. Okay, sorry, we're not doing inches today. I'll put them up afterwards. And then a piece that's 9 centimeters by 20 centimeters for the inside. I threw away the envelope, the card and not the envelope. And right, so let's get started. Now we're going to do some masking with the stamping over here. Right, so this is going to get very technical. You need specialized equipment, which is really just some sticky tape. Alright, so to start off, I'm going to stamp with my Stays On ink. I'm going to be watercoloring, so we want the Stays On ink with the watercoloring. Okay, so one where I've got my snail. Now, we all know that Stays On ink stains, but if you clean it off really quickly while the ink's still quite wet, you will get your stamp clean. Then I want to just have that You've Got Mail, and I need it separate so that I can cut it out in my bubble. So I'm taking a piece of sticky tape and I'm sticking it across the little snail's eyes over there, and I'm sticking it across the top of his letter. Then I'm going to ink up my stamp again. Now remember to pull off the sticky tape, and when I stamp it, I've just got the You've Got Mail bit of it. And then I'm going to do the same thing again, but this time I'm going to block out the You've Got Mail. Oops, this one seems to be a bit more difficult to block out than the other one was, because I just want the snail to go on the inside of my card. Hopefully I've got that blocked out. We're going to see now whether I mask that off properly or not. Yep, that'll do. All good. Right, so that's done. That's our stamping done. And then to color it in, I'm going to take one of my water pencils, water painters, and for his body, this card's so long I don't know where to put it that I can still keep it, that you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so his body I don't know if it's a his body or a her body, but I did with Highland Heather. I'm going to color it in on my insert because I've already done one for the card that I did in advance, so that I could just cut it out and have it ready, that I don't have to do my cutting on camera. And I'm going a little bit darker on the heart. And blushing bright for the body. When I say the body, I do mean the shell. And that's our snail done. If I wanted to make his body a little bit darker, I can just go back and add a little bit more of my Highland Heather. Remember, rather go lighter first. You can always make it darker, but if you've gone too dark, you can't make it lighter. Okay, so we would color in on the insert and my little snail over there. And then we're going to take the die, it will fit nicely around it, and cut it out. And taking my word bubble, we're going to put it around the You've Got Mail and cut those two out on your cut and emboss machine. And there you go. You've got your two little pieces. So let's start assembling the card. Move over for a minute. I'm going to stick the DSP on. And then my piece of white. Now, if you live in Australia and you still want to get the snail mail bundle, like I said to you, it is retiring at the end of June when the mini catalogue retires. But if you put in your order now, I participate in a suite of the month where a number of demonstrators from all over the world get together and we each do 2 videos using the same suite. So depending on the month, there's anything between 8 and sort of 16 videos, and Suite of the Month was one of them. So if you place your order, I will send you that PDF which has all those YouTube clips on it, or links rather. So that's an added bonus if you wanted this. Like I said, don't miss out, because I know that every time we've had a snail mail stamp, everybody's wanted it, and there's always seems to be a massive rush of people asking for it once it's retired and you can't get it anymore. So if you want it, get your orders in. Don't miss out. Alright, so now I'm going to take some dimensionals and put them on the back of my little snail here. I obviously didn't like the way I stamped that one, so I re-stamped it, and lucky paper's got 2 sides and nobody's going to see the back. And I'm going to put one of my mini dimensionals behind its eye. And then I've got some of the twine from my Playful Pets combo kit, and I'm going to stick that onto, maybe not that one, we're going to stick it onto that dimensional so that it's going to be pulling along when my snail goes. So we'll stick that over there. And before I stick down my You've Got Mail, I just took this and ran the edges along. I could take a sponge dauber and sponge it, but this was just quicker, and I just wanted that really little line just to give it a little bit of color definition so that you would just see the outline of the bubble against the white of the card. And hey, being stuck in lockdown again, best thing ever is to get cards in the post. Need something in the post box to make things happy. So there you go. It's telling us you've got mail. Then I've cut out 3 of my little envelopes. Now these are just from whatever DSP you've got lying around. I didn't use the DSP that went with the suite because those colors are a lot darker and I just wanted soft colors here. So that one is from the Pansy Petals, that's from Hydrangea Garden, and that's from the one I can never remember the name of. It's the Textures one. I'll check the name of that one for you and let you know that one. Okay, so then you can just do whatever you want with your string over here. Okay, so we're going to make a loop, and I'm not sticking the string down, so that's going to just be loose. I've got enough, the letters will hold it, but the string is kind of loose, which is fine because we want the letters to be flapping along behind him. So one over there, that one can go up a little bit. And put down the next letter. And here, I guess it doesn't matter, there's no set way, you can just position the letters however they want to go. And I sometimes find it amazing that it doesn't matter how many times you make the card, some things just want to go where they want to go, and it doesn't always come out exactly the same on all the cards that you do. So there's our letters bouncing behind it. We can just cut off the end of his piece of string, and slightly different but pretty much the same. And our little snail on the inside. I would probably stamp a little snail on the envelope as well, just because I like to have everything matching. So there we go. Thank you for joining me today. I hope that you liked this card. Like I said, if you want this bundle, make sure to place your order before it's retired. Susan, let me see what you've been doing with your card. I always love to see what everybody else is coming up with, different ideas. And hopefully I will have some time to do lots of stuff while we're in lockdown, because what else do? You just have to craft. So have a good week, and I'll see you all next week. Bye.